Now, RRR makes 1,000 crores globally. So when you achieve these summits, and when you are making a movie, it almost feels like you are scaling a new summit every time. So when you're going to make the next movie, even though as an artist you're concentrating creatively, is this also a mountain of expectations in the third movie that it cannot come below these benchmarks that you have set for yourself?
Uh, well, let me try to put it this way. I always said that what we can do is give our 100% to the project and make it in the best possible way that it can be made. The numbers are not in our hands. That is the love and appreciation from the audience. That can be affected by many factors, by the holidays, by the release, by the distribution, how strong the distributor is, how strong the exhibitor is. So many other factors contribute to the numbers. The only thing that we can gauge is the love and appreciation of the audiences. So I won't take too much into the numbers. Of course, the numbers are very important because that directly relates to how many people has seen the film. So that is important. I'm not saying that's not important, but more is the appreciation from the different sets of audiences. If we talk about Bahubali 2 and RRR, no, of course, there is a lot of appreciation from all audiences, but what is significantly different that I noticed this time is the number of Western audiences that are liking the film RRR. I mean, even for the journalists to write about Bahubali 2, it took some time to look at the numbers and do that. But for RRR, the moment it released, within 4 or 5 days, articles in Deadline, Variety, New York Times coming up, and the number of tweets that are coming from the Western audiences, particularly in US, that I never expected. For Bahubali 2, I didn't expect it from Japan. For RRR, I didn't expect from the Westerners in US. No, this is the kind of thing that I take into heart. So this is the kind of thing that say, okay, this many number of people are liking our film. So next time when I make a film, I have to keep that in mind. I shouldn't let it bother me. I shouldn't let it weigh me down. But I should think of it, that there are wider audiences that are listening to your story. So I should keep that in mind. Not the numbers, but the love of appreciation from different audiences. Yes.
Well said, sir.
Thank you.
Tarak and Ram Charan, last time when I had interviewed you all had told that you all completely give yourselves to the vision of Rajamouli sir, and that's only how an actor can do, and that's why the years didn't matter dedicated to the project. But now that RRR has come and the catharsis is there of achieving so much, would you all ever be able as actors to again give 3-4 years to one project again?
Absolutely. Of course. To Rajamouli, yes. But yeah, see, it is, if a film takes that kind of a time to be made, obviously, that's our duty as actors to be as dedicated as our filmmakers.
Of course, he's trained us, not only for him, for any director who has a great script. Of course, we will.
Hi, this is Sanaya from Indian Express. Firstly, for Ram and Tarak, me Dadari performance maku chala nachandi. I got my colleague to translate that for me. Amazing performance,
Thank you.
both of you. And I think you guys justify the superstar tag that comes with you. Tell me, what does superstardom and the tag means to you? And do you think post RRR will that change for both of you?
I think superstardom for me is waking up at 5, reaching the location at 7, giving your shot at 7:30, going home, spend 1 hour with your family, hit the gym, sleep, and do the same thing again. I don't think you won't achieve the superstardom unless you're in this beautiful loop. And it might sound boring, but this boring activity might lead you to success. I don't know any other way. Of course, they have master storytellers to take care of rest of the things. As a person, I feel discipline will take you to a superstardom and sustain you there.
cut, copy, paste. I would like to copy paste on that. But again, see, superstardom is, see, these are all taglines. Like how he has a tagline called Mega Power Star. I have fans give you this tagline of Young Tiger. So superstardom again is another tagline. For me, you are actors. And for an actor, is exactly what he needs to do. Day in and day out, repeatedly. So that's what it is. It's discipline, which will always, which will remain the same.
Also, the magic of RRR is that we keep on conversing. Even now, after around a week that I've watched the film, we keep discussing. Both of you tell me, if you had to pick your favorite scenes from the film, what would that be?
I think my favorite scene is the interval episode where the whole misunderstanding happens between Bheem and Ram and how it ends as an interval. That is my favorite scene, I think.
Yeah, I love that scene too. It's when both the characters are completely out of their disguise, and they're there as Bheem and Ram. So I think that really brings out the actual collision of the movie.
All right, we'll take one last question,
Rajamouli Garu, welcome. Rajamouli Garu, Ntr and Charan, Lipika Verma here. Welcome to Mumbai with a stupendous success. Rajamouli Garu, I want to ask you, you are an exuberant storyteller, but would you mind if we tag you with a exuberant fantasy storyteller also? Because it's a very difficult job, What would you like to elaborate?
As long as you like my film, ma'am, you can put any tag on me. I don't mind it.
And comparison is inevitable. The film has been compared to Bahubali, and both the films are, of course, A-grade films. Which film is closer to your heart?
It will be very difficult to judge, ma'am, because at this point of time, I am so attached to RRR. So my question, whatever you ask, not just between Bahubali 2 and RRR, if you ask me what is my best film of all my filmography, or if you ask me what is my favorite film in all the films I have seen from my childhood, I'll say RRR. Because I'm so emotionally attached to now. Maybe 6 months from now, 8 months from now, once the euphoria completely dies down, then I'll be able to give a better right answer. But for now, it is all RRR for me.
Ntr, we hear that your next action film is Kortala Siva. Would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I think...
So it's too early.
Yeah, it's too early. So right now it's about RRR. So I would like to stick to talk about RRR. And yes, as you mentioned, that's going to be my next film. But in the coming days, I'm going to give you all the details about that
Charan walks away with all the accolades. What do you have to say?
No, ma'am, I don't believe that at all. Not even for a second. I think we both have excelled beautifully, and Tarak was fantastic. I don't think I've enjoyed working in a film, in any other film but RRR. And what I'll take back from RRR is my journey with Bheem, my journey with Tarak, which I'll never ever forget. Thank you, Rajamouli Garu, for giving me that opportunity. I love him to bits, and it'll always remain the same.
People, we are running out of time, I know. And before we wrap up, I'd like to thank the wonderful people from the media fraternity here in Mumbai. उसके अलावा the southern states, वहाँ से जितने सारे मीडिया के कर्मियों ने हमको cover किया, इस फिल्म को इतना सारा प्यार दिया. We also have some wonderful people from Delhi, Kolkata, Indore, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Bengaluru, जो सब यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं. I hope you guys had a great time with this amazing cast and crew of the movie RRR, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you, 1,000 crores is just a beginning. It's time for a quick photo op, and then इस शाम को आगे बढ़ाते हैं.